Hello, everybody, and welcome to another great episode of the Gridiron Glory podcast here with Tad and Will. We're here to bring you extensive, exclusive coverage of all 32 teams in the NFL. We're here to bring it to you every week, and we're here today to talk to you about a matchup that took place in Week 12 of the NFL season between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. For Miami, it's just really nice to have their starting quarterback Tua Tagovailoa back, 29 of 40, 317 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks. Offensive line did a great job, only allowing 2 sacks there. Tad, where would you rank Tua Tagovailoa amongst the starting quarterbacks in the NFL?
Top 10 pretty easily.
Yeah, you also had guys like Devin Achane, who went out there 10 carries, 32 yards. Jalen Wright, 7 carries of 28 yards even. Raheem Mostert hasn't seemed to gotten heavily involved this season. You also have guys like Jalen Waddle. 8 catches, 144 yards, and a touchdown. Tad, where would you rank Jalen Waddle amongst wide receivers in the AFC?
Jalen Waddle's an interesting player. I mean, this was by far his best game of the year. Caught just a second touchdown of the year, and like the majority of this Dolphins offense, he didn't produce with the quarterback issues they've had with the injury and all that. But now with Tua back, he's showing just that he's still basically the same player he's been the last several years. Obviously, a great year a season ago, and I mean, he's still a fairly quality wide receiver. I mean, definitely one of the better wide receiver twos in the league behind Tyreek, obviously.
I mean, this was kind of really more so a scrimmage for Miami. I mean, this game was kind
Yeah,
of really over by halftime, and
for sure.
really the 15 points were in garbage time for New England.
They really were.
It was 30. I mean, it was 31-0 in the fourth quarter. I mean, this was just a clinic by the Miami Dolphins, sir. But nonetheless, it's worth noting that Austin Hooper did get that touchdown in garbage time. And what's your take on Austin Hooper?
I mean, he's your fairly average tight end, a veteran, if nothing else. I mean, he's a player that can catch passes and like make the routine plays you'd expect. And I mean, you wouldn't expect any like huge earth-shattering plays by a guy like Austin Hooper, but he's a piece that can be a football player.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So with looking at a little closer, looking at New England and all the things that they've done in this game, I mean, Drake May was not terrible. 22 of 37, 222 yards, a touchdown and an interception. Obviously, you want to turn those drives into points. I mean, they didn't score enough. I think that goes without saying. I mean, when the game was close, they just couldn't get the ball scored. I mean, they missed a field goal early on. They a lot of punts. I mean, you see way too many punts. The fumble. But yeah, I mean, just a very unfortunate game for the Patriots. But I do want to ask your opinion on Christian Gonzalez, the player there for the Patriots who had a 63-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown. What's your take on him and what he can provide for this team?
Yeah, Christian Gonzalez, the first round pick, right? The second year pro out of
Mm-hmm.
Oregon. Yeah, and I mean, he's a guy, he's a young and developing quarterback, and that was a big moment for him in his young career. Only 41 tackles so far on the season, but you know that, and then an interception, but that fumble recovery for a touchdown was a big moment for him for sure.
Absolutely. I feel like Christian Gonzalez can be one of the foundational pieces in the rebuild for the New England Patriots as they try to establish themselves as a franchise that can one day be competitive again.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely for sure. I mean this is certainly a rebuilding team, and you got to start somewhere. This game,
Mhm.
obviously, Miami's back to being Miami with Tua back.
Yeah.
Mike McDaniel. Listen, like, I mean, they're not worried. I don't think the Dolphins are worried. They're gonna make a comeback. I think Mike McDaniel's got a plan with Tua, so they have chemistry.
Hmm.
As long as Tua stays healthy, all is good in Miami, in my opinion. And that was proven, Dad. That was proven on the field what they can really do and what they're really made of. So
Yeah, they definitely showed their worth. They played great on offense. They did what they needed to do on defense to hold the Patriots down. Jordan Brooks with 9 tackles and a tackle for loss. You look at Chop Robinson's 1.5 sacks, 2 pass deflections, 3 quarterback hits. The Chop Robinson, he was doing it all for this defense. The linebacker out of Penn State, their first round draft pick, showing his value early on in his career.
absolutely, absolutely. So I mean, really this year, I mean, really for the Patriots, it's just about developing the young guys like Drake May and guys like that you were just mentioning. So
For Miami, I'm sorry, he plays for Miami. Chop Robinson, my bad.
and I mean, yeah, he's a big piece to what they got going on there as well. So yeah, the Dolphins win this game 34-15, and next week for Miami, um, they play the Green Bay Packers. That'll actually be a Thanksgiving football game on NBC. So that should be a very fun and interesting game. Tua Tagovailoa versus Jordan Love. And then the Patriots, they will go on to play
The Colts.
the Indianapolis Colts. So, yep, be sure to like, subscribe, and follow all season long. Tad and Will here covering all 32 teams. Thank you so much for watching.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.